So how can you be sure you'll actually get all your alerts? Well, I'm signing up on that ReadyGuilford.com website right after the show, but you may also want to make sure that your phone settings are right. I'm going to show you. It's really simple. We got an iPhone here, but the Android's basically the same thing, and we'll post those steps online in a moment. But first, I want you to go to Settings, and you're going to go down to Notifications, hit that, and then scroll all the way down here to the bottom, and you switch on Emergency Alerts. It's really that simple, but it can make a huge difference in an emergency. So let's bring you up to date with the latest on that Tennessee wildfire. Officials now say 13 people have died as a result of the wildfires this weekend. One of those people died from a heart attack while trying to evacuate. Officials now say nearly 1,000 structures in the county have either been destroyed or seriously damaged by the fire. Today, some residents got a chance to go back to their homes for a few hours to see what was left. Many said they were amazed at how some houses were fine while their neighbors, they lost everything. Gatlinburg city officials say their goal is to open the city to the public on Wednesday. So the weekend weather is going to be great for doing something outdoors, whether it's joining us at the holiday parade or picking out the perfect tree. We're going to make sure you're prepared. But first, you'll see a commercial in about 30 seconds. You know that. But some advertisers and celebrities, they're getting sneaky with their advertisements. The latest on the push for truth in advertising when we get back.
You just saw a commercial on your TV screen. It was pretty obvious. We stopped talking. There was a black flash between us and the ads.
Yeah, but Megan, when you get here to the internet, it's not quite as obvious, especially on social media like Instagram, where people always seem to be posting about new products they like. You see, the government says if a celebrity is paid to post something, then they have to let you know. The best way to do that is by simply putting #ad. That way they don't mislead you into thinking a famous person really likes a product and wants to recommend it on their own.
Again, those are the rules, but 4 different consumer advocacy groups just wrote this letter to the Federal Trade Commission saying more needs to be done to crack down.
Right now, people aren't being fined for it, so if influencers or companies especially start being fined, then others will follow suit and they're not going to want to be fined. They'll stop doing it.
The group say the FTC thanked them for their input and said it would take it under advisement.
In the meantime, you may want to think twice before running out to buy that new product your favorite celeb is raving about. Hey, there's still plenty of time to get your perfect tree picked out. My family, we are all about the fake ones just like this because of allergies. But if you're going for a real one, Better Homes and Garden has some easy tricks to get the best one. I want you to come take a closer look. The first thing you want to do is make sure that it is fresh. You can do that by picking up a needle. A fir should snap when you put it through your fingers like that. Pines should bend but not break. The next thing you want to do is check for falling needles. You do that by taking your hand down here on the inside and rubbing it back with a gentle grip. If a ton of needles fall out, that means the tree's not going to last very long. You should keep looking. Finally, you want to check the color. You want something that's green all the way up and down here. If it goes green to grayish, then it means it's dried out. Again, it won't last very long. Now, if you already bought your tree, I want you to remember you have to keep it from drying out because of serious fires that could happen like this one. There's also some good tricks on to tell how much water to give it and how to make the whole thing last longer. Those are up on my Facebook page. Just search Ben Briscoe.
So check this out. Parents, it can be hard enough helping your kids with homework, new Common Core math. Get ready to add some new science to the mix.
The International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry officially approved the names and symbols of 4 new elements right here for the periodic table.
Element 113, nihonium. Element 115, muscovium. Element 117, tennessine. And element 118, oganesson.
Man, you did a good job with those
names.
Oh,
thank you. I had to look them up, the pronouncers. I'll be honest.
Keeping with the tradition, the newly discovered elements, they've been named after a place, geological region, or scientist. Nihonium came from Nihon, one of the 2 ways you can say Japan in Japanese. Muscovium recognizes Moscow and honors the home of the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research.
Tennessine recognizes the contributions of 3 Tennessee-based labs to super heavy element research, and oganesson recognizes Professor Yuri Oganessian for his pioneering work with transactinoid elements research.
So why all those extra letters? Well, that's so it can maintain chemical consistency. They're part of the element group that they belong to.
Oh, you guys nailed those names, but let's see if we can get you some.
Thank you.
We'll take you back to grade school, guys. 15 seconds on the clock. Name. Don't turn around. I saw you were cheating.
Okay.
You were cheating when you were showing. You were trying to figure it out. I want you guys to name as many of those elements on the periodic table in 15 seconds.
Ladies
go.
first.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon.
Oxygen, lead, aluminum,
nickel, copper,
potassium,
boron.
cadmium.
There you go.
Boron,
got it.
magnesium, mercury.
Aluminum, did I say
You're going
that?
alphabetical on us.
Silver,
Sulfur.
gold.
Yeah.
That's good.
Did we
I
say
don't know.
copper?
You need more easiums or something like that in there. I think you're
Magnesium.
15 seconds goes really fast when science is involved.
Great, your turn. Come on.
What are the elements of the forecast we can hold you to?
We'll have a little bit of H2O in the long run, but that's
Nearly 4 weeks after Election Day, and we still don't know who will serve as governor next year. Pat McCrory or Roy Cooper.
And tonight, a new turn in the race, a request from Governor Pat McCrory's office. He's asking the State Bureau of Investigation to look into possible voter fraud. The governor wants.
Now, the North Carolina Democratic Party released a statement very late tonight saying in part, it's clear that the only real threat to our democracy is the false claims of voter fraud coming in from the NCGOP.
Meanwhile, a recount is now underway in Durham County. The county.
As this governor's race continues to play out, make sure you're getting all the updates on WFMYnews2.com.
Clouds are building and much needed rain is trying to move in, and it really could not come at a better time.
Rain that's going to stick around through early next week, but that's not the only story. Grant says those temperatures are about to drop.
Oh yeah, get ready to pull out 2 or 3 more coats. You thought it was chilly tonight, guys.
Oh, that parade was so chilly today.
It was chilly tonight. I mean, no doubt. Temperatures dropping quickly out there, believe it.
Over the next several days with the rain moving in, you'll want that radar right at your fingertips. Stay on top of the forecast with the WFMY News 2 app. It's a free download.
New tonight, a Stokes County teenager is dead after a shooting in King. The victim is just 17 years old.
It happened in an apartment complex on Pineview Drive. Police have not named the victim, but they say a 19-year-old is in custody tonight. As soon as police release more information, we'll tell you about it on WFMYnews2.com.
Now at 11 o'clock, it seems like so many people these days are walking around like this, looking at their cell phones.
And tonight, a family says their loved one's in the hospital after being attacked while doing just that. It's a warning that everyone with the phone needs to hear from WFMY News 2's Maddie Gardner.
Yes, and
Now to a developing story out of California. The medical examiner is working to identify the 9 people killed in a warehouse fire in Oakland. Authorities fear dozens more might be dead. And tonight, Oakland City officials say the converted warehouse that went up in flames was under investigation for code violations. Now to a developing story out of California. The medical examiner is working to identify the 9 people killed in a warehouse fire in Oakland. Authorities fear dozens more might be dead. And tonight, Oakland City officials say the converted warehouse that went up in flames was under investigation for code violations.
There was an inspection of the property, and we were able to confirm blight at the property, and we are still investigating the allegations of unpermitted construction.
The fire tore through the Oakland Ghost Ship warehouse as dozens of people attended a rave party last night. The building had only 2 exits, and the first and second floors were connected by a makeshift stairwell made of pallets. This cold weather is making it seem a lot like Christmas, and the Triad is getting in the holiday spirit. Thousands of people showed up today to the Greensboro Holiday Parade.
And there was plenty of fun for the entire family. Local high school bands marched, and the big attraction was this, the balloons. And if you were there, you might have seen a few familiar faces. There's Frank Mickens. The WFMY News team marched in the parade. And you know what, today it might have been a little chilly. Look at all those folks bundled up, but people certainly had a great time.
And the holiday spirit didn't stop there. Myself, Morgan, Julie Luck, Grant Gilmore, and Liz Crawford marched in the Jaycees Holiday Parade in downtown Winston-Salem. How much fun. It
was a blast. A lot of smiling faces out there. People young and old came out to get into the Christmas spirit.
Oh, I'm.
You belong. Just 2 words, but they speak volumes.
Just ahead, hear from the man who is spreading a message of unity that's moving across the nation.
It's a picture that's spread across the country. A Texas man holding a sign outside a mosque.
This photo has gone viral, shared thousands of times on Facebook and Twitter. But as our sister station in Dallas found out, he was never looking for any attention, just acceptance.
Sometimes a man.
Oh, that's the Texas I like to see, having grown up there.
Yes, and I love that it's so simple. It's a man with a sign, and look at the difference that he's making.
You know what else belongs is this cold temperature that we're having right now. It's finally winter.
And I almost called you Tim, Grant.
Tim's off tonight.
I know,
Yeah.
it's such a treat to have you
It's
with
fine,
us.
Grant. You
It's good to
belong
be-
too. We're happy you're here.
Well,
Even if
you
she
know,
calls you the wrong name.
I feel like I'm kind of the bearer of bad news. All of us.
So, still pretty cool to see Tiger back out on
Right?
the course.
Like him or hate him,
Yeah,
it's
he's
still
not
fun
done
to
yet.
watch.
And apparently he can still play golf.
He's got to work on that endurance, you know?
Yes,
He's been gone
yes.
for a while. In the first part, good.
I can't talk about his endurance, so I can't even swing a golf club.
Yes, you can.
See ya.